It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the visiting squad as they go up against the Phoenix Suns. For the Suns, it's been all about winning games right now. This is a game they'll want. A win will give them the fourth best record in the NBA. That's a nice designation to have. And one of the guys we'll be seeing tonight is Al Horford. He's not a flashy guy by any means. Has never gotten all that much national media love. But, Shaq, wouldn't you say he is as solid a post player as you'll find?
You know, he doesn't do anything with flash and doesn't have the big contract, but he plays like it. I just want to say muchas gracias, papi. He's from Dominican Republic.
Oh, muy bien. Well, he does everything you want a post player to do. I mean, honestly, he passes the basketball. He can handle it off a rebound. He moves it, post moves. He's improved his outside shot. But the only thing I would say is improve being more aggressive. I'd like to see Al at times try to get 30.
And that does it for us.
Muy bien again.
Thanks for tuning in.
Muchas gracias.
And we'll see you later.
De nada.
The enchanting sunset over the desert of Phoenix. It's the Western Conference on display, featuring the Minnesota Timberwolves. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Noche Latina, the NBA's celebration of the Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Taking a look at Phoenix. Sitting at third in the West, there's no question this is a top-notch team.
And seeing where the Suns are, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
It really is amazing how far they've come in the course of one season, from afterthought to title contenders.
Let's check out Vancouver's starting lineup. They've got Silk, and it's Bottoms in at the two-guard spot. Here's Goodwin. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
He hits both from the stripe.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Caboclo. From 18 feet away, Booker pulls it in.
And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity. One of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning quick release on his jump shot.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
A nice shot by Caboclo.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Goodwin with it. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results. Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
And that one's good. Caboclo's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Kicks it to Booker. Teletovic in the post. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
And boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
And just a solid start to the season for Teletovic last year. I mean, unfortunately, it came to a close prematurely as he was battling blood clots.
Here's Caboclo. 17 points for him last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. Now for Teletovic, he got the clots in early December, and Clark, fortunately, he made a full recovery.
Yeah, good to see him back. You know, Bosch's blood clot battle was more publicized due to his stardom, but Teletovic went through the same thing. It's a real threat to an athlete, and hopefully it's well behind him and he doesn't have to run that race anymore.
Here's Silk. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it.
Well, I tell you what, you just got to sit back and admire the creativity there.
And it's Goodwin missing.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
There's the pick. Here's Caboclo. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Count the bucket.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Now, here's Goodwin. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. The shot by Len, wide open and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
The score now all even. Bottoms got his first 3 points of the game. The Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Goodwin kicks to Booker. Whoops, anticipated the pass, turnover. And that one is hammered home.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And it's Phoenix's ball.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots. And in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Jeff Hornacek. They've had a tough time against this team, losing both of their games against them this season. He said they're really tough to deal with because of their intelligence and execution offensively. You've got to play mistake-free basketball to get the upper hand, and so far we haven't been able to do that. Guys, let's see if tonight's any different.
Okay, thank you, Doris. What will you guys be looking for overall, defensively from this team, given they're facing such terrific shooters tonight?
It's going to have to be a total team effort, guys. I mean, you have to be ready to provide help defensively literally every moment you're on the floor.
Exactly. When it's a team that shoots it as well as they do, guys, I mean, one-on-one defense isn't enough. Everybody has to be tied together, rotating, helping, and very much aware of where the ball is.
That's good.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Caboclo. He's got 7 from the wing, and the jumper is good. Caboclo's got 9.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
In transition, here comes Vancouver. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
The Suns have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8.
And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hornacek, probably one of the tougher coaches in the league. He'll bend your ear if you make mental error.
6 to shoot. Huffman. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
Here's Caboclo. He's got 9. And there's Vancouver with another bucket. And for Coach Hornacek, Greg, he learned from one of the toughest coaches as a player. You know, several trips to the finals. And you know this guy well, Clark. Jerry Sloan was the guy that molded Jeff Hornacek.
One of the outstanding coaches in the history of the NBA, Jerry Sloan. Although Hornacek saw all that success in Utah, this is a homecoming job for him because he started his career in Phoenix.
Vancouver making a switch here. Jawai's checked in. Now here is Horford. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. To the middle. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Bottoms got his second basket of the night. For Phoenix, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Picked by Horford. 1:06 left here in the first quarter. Here's Gutierrez. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Clock at 2. And the Suns miss again.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Pass to Bottoms. And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Now here's Goodwin. 8 points for him. That's good. Goodwin's got 10 points.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Here's Jawai. And there's Vancouver with another bucket. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Vancouver leads by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team. When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of a asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And when you consider how Vancouver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Suns, we've got Markieff Morris. Chris Paul is out there with Brandon Knight. Then there's Horford. And it's Gutierrez in at the small forward.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but, boy, when it doesn't.
Yeah, it can make you look silly. It embarrasses you. And we had a little silliness right there for sure.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
And Phoenix has possession after Vancouver picking up a basket just moments ago. And the wide-open shot from Morris. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter. And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own?
terrific little tete-a-tete going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
And so here's Phoenix after Vancouver got the three-pointer. Paul outside. Back to Knight. And here is Horford. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
And you look at Horford's game offensively. His mid-range jump shot is as pure as it gets. You got to say, he's probably in that Dirk Nowitzki territory from out there as far as accuracy. Doesn't possess the range that Dirk has, but from mid-range, as good as it gets.
Here's Gutierrez after Vancouver picking up a basket just moments ago. Paul dishes to Morris. Vancouver pulls it in. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
On defense, Vancouver, they lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. Here's Caboclo. Phoenix able to drain the three. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Now here's Len, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. In transition, here comes Vancouver. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
A nice shot by Knight.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Had the space there, but it's offline.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often. Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Goodwin's checked in for the Suns. Silks checked in for Vancouver. Now here's Goodwin. He's got 10. Here's Huffman. Misses the 3. Vancouver leading by 8. 18 feet out. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. And Booker kicks to Teletovic. Now here's Booker. Not a lot of room. Stolen away. Here's Caboclo. He's got 13. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Caboclo's got 6 in the quarter. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Vancouver.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And Vancouver with the possession here, following the score by Phoenix. Six on the shot clock, stolen by Len. Now here's Goodwin. He's covered closely. Phoenix with the ball. Here's Booker. It's deflected. All by himself. Here's Caboclo. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
1:37 left in the second quarter. Booker the pass to Goodwin, and that one's good. Goodwin's got 12 points in the game.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Here's Caboclo. He's got 17. Shot on the wing, and there's Vancouver with another bucket.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Dishes it to Booker. Here's Huffman. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 7 points in the game.
Great rise and dime there. He changed gears in midair to make the assist.
Here's Huffman, and there's Vancouver with another bucket.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Feeds it to Goodwin. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Here's Caboclo. He's got 19. 5 to shoot. Right wing. Wisniewski. Phoenix grabs the miss. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you see a team get that hot away from home.
They get it back, and here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. For Phoenix, they have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. It's Vancouver up 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Gentlemen, I'm here with Brandon Knight. And Brandon, how do you break down this game so far and what you guys need to do in the second half?
We're moving the ball really well right now and, really finding an open man. So, I got to congratulate my team in the first half just on, moving the ball and really playing unselfish. But the main thing is getting stops, and it's going to come down to getting stops to win this game.
All good things to sustain for the second half, Brandon. Thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Suns trail by 5. Checking out the group for Flip Saunders to start the second half. They've got Bottoms, and it's Billar in at the power forward. The dish now to Booker. Just 5 on the clock. 17-foot shot on the way. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. He has a scorching 86%. The pass to Bottoms. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Vancouver shooting their first free throw tonight. Phoenix has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Puts it up from 12, and it's Goodwin missing.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
For Vancouver, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
Suns trail by 9. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got his first points of the game.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Pass to Bottoms. Shoots from the elbow and all around the rim that time before dropping in. And Vancouver leads by 9. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pass to Silk. Hines, defended by Booker. Caboclo, the pass to Silk. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow! And now it's a 12-point Vancouver lead. Here's Goodwin. 19 points in the game. Timeout called, the Suns. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Huffman. Oh, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Now a timeout call by Vancouver. Vancouver leading by 10. Here's Caboclo. 19 points in the game. Score the basket for his 10th make. 10 for 12. 82% accuracy.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Here's Huffman. No, it doesn't go. His 4th miss in 8 attempts. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. The pass to Silk. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Vancouver shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Here's Caboclo. 22 points for him. 5 on the clock. Here's Ballard. It's hauled in by Goodwin. Suns trail by 13. Here's Booker. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's Caboclo. Passes to Bottoms. pulls up on the wing, and the jumper is good. Bottoms got 19 points.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Here's Goodwin. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Here's Caboclo, and the call will be against Alex Len. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Caboclo. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
How did he get that one over the top of him? He's given up a lot of inches in that matchup, but you wouldn't know it after that throwdown.
Vancouver making a switch here. This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
Vancouver leading by 14. To the inside, here's Huffman, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot 2.
Terrific game for Silk. 16 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Vancouver.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped. And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Here's Caboclo. He's got 25. Good, he hits the jump shot. Caboclo's got 8 here in the quarter.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
Here's Caboclo. The Suns getting the bucket. This one for 3. Teletovic grabs the board. Teletovic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Now here's Goodwin. He's covered closely. Here's Huffman. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
So for the Suns, Horford comes in for Alex Len, and it's Paul in for Archie Goodwin. And Vancouver also making a switch. Jawai's checked in.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Assistant, Jawai.
Suns trail by 14. Paul dishes to Booker. Back to Paul. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. And the Suns making a change here. Gutierrez is checked in. There's the pick. Here's Booker. From outside, off the mark.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
P40, defended by Booker. Pass to Jawa. Clock at 4. Fires for 3. And Horford pulls it down. What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
Here's Jawai, and he jams it with authority.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
Now here's Paul. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
Horford was really a cog in all aspects of the Hawks last season. I mean, a major cog, just a consistent presence inside with his 15 points and 7 boards a game.
And that one's good. He has 5.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Teletovic, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address. And for Horford last year, the numbers were down a bit, but that wasn't due to his play. I think the Hawks were just a more balanced team, and he could obviously put up bigger numbers if he wanted to, but by playing within the system, I think it allowed Atlanta to reach its true potential over the course of the regular season.
The three-pointer, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior, really a well-rounded effort overall.
Suns trail by 17. Paul left side. Pass to Teletovic. Here's Booker. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Huffman. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Vancouver leads by 17. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. And Vancouver with the possession here. 17-point lead, their biggest. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Alex Len out there with Horford. Then it's Archie Goodwin. Then it's Chris Paul. That's who's out there for Phoenix. 5 to shoot. Caboclo kicks to Udo. Shot is off. And Phoenix the other way now.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it, I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Paul outside. Now the feed to Horford. The open jump shot off the mark.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Caboclo. The 19-foot shot. No good off the front iron.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Vancouver working the ball around now, and he gets it to go. And Vancouver leads by 17.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Paul left side. Inside, Len powered down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kev. Well, during that last break, I heard Flip Saunders addressing his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
Down low. Teletovic's shot is good.
They'll take as many of those looks as they can get.
Vancouver leading by 15. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Caboclo, the pass to Udo. Here's Bolar. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Now Goodwin from the arc to Ledovich. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
Here's Huffman. The shot no good. So Vancouver will take it the other way.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Shooting for Phoenix. Epe Udoh.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Udoh.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
Here's Huffman. And that one hits back iron. Vancouver leading by 19. Here's Caboclo. Down low. Here's Hines. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The first one falls. Silks checked in for Udoh. Both shots good from the stripe. For Phoenix, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. That's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
From 20 feet out, that's good. Caboclo's got 33.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
From 11 feet away, and it's Len. That time on the assist by Goodwin. 8 points for Alex Len.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch. What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Goodwin kicks to Ledovich. Vancouver pulls it in.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
And he gets the bucket.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
That'll be a Suns timeout.
And the Suns call time here.
And now, your Suns
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. He'd like them to concentrate on their transition game, to keep the tempo fast and put pressure on the defense in the open court. Also, he said that he'd like them to operate quickly on offense, finding and taking shots early in the shot clock. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the 4th. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Booker. Nice shot from the wing.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. But he's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Here's Hines, and there's Vancouver with another bucket.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one, Clark.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
And he gets the bucket. And that's now 25 points for Archie Goodwin. Vancouver leading by 18. Caboclo, the pass to Bottoms, gets the three-pointer to fall.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Vancouver.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Well, Kevin, timing and anticipation, they got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum in this one.
And I think, guys, we sort of expected a win here in a season already with 66 wins. Tonight's win will notch that up one more to 67. A very dominating presence they seem to have nearly every time they come out on the floor.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
Now a timeout called by Vancouver. They're ahead by 17. 59 seconds left in the game. Here's Knight. Plenty of space. Goodwin, good.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. 11 feet away. Good.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
The pass to Papanikolaou. It's good from long range. And Vancouver leads by 16.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans.
Caboclo kicks to Papanikolaou. Passes it to Caboclo. Puts up a 3. And again, it's Vancouver with a 3.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
So it's Vancouver picking up the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, thank you, and now we get a chance to check out our Jordan Player of the Game. He's the NBA's second leading scorer, but tonight he was number 1 on the court all game long. Several highlights we'll enjoy seeing again.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
A ton of his points were coming inside tonight. It really speaks to how aggressive he was in this game. If there was a path to the hoop, he was attacking. Love that kind of mindset in a backcourt or a wing player.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show.